Okay, so on to the next track / performance in Sammy's Rock Empire Fridays. We are on to another Sarah McLachlan track. This one is featuring Paul Cole and it's called Elsewhere. We've done 2 already, so for those of you who really like Sarah McLachlan, you can go back to, if you haven't watched those already. We did Good Enough and Wait. Those were also live performances, which were great. This one over here, I can tell you right now that this video is going to be blocked on YouTube, just judging by the pixelation of the actual video itself. These kind of older videos that belong to these labels are an absolute pain, so I almost guarantee that this is going to be blocked on YouTube. But anyway, let's try. We'll see. If you're watching it on YouTube, then I was wrong. But yeah, let's rock and roll. For those of you who are only joining us now, we've dropped a whole bunch of reactions already, so you can go back and watch that. And there's also an update video where I give you a bit of an update on things on the channel. You can go watch that too. Let's rock and roll. Let's get straight into it. Sarah McLachlan featuring Paula Cole, not Paul Cole, Paula Cole. Oh my God! And it's called Elsewhere. Let's go.
Well, we have a very, very special guest who's going to come and help us sing this next song. It's a real pleasure for me to introduce Paula Cole.
I don't know who she is at all.
So I thought this song was especially fitting to have Paula help us come and sing, because it's sort of about the trappings of youth and adolescence and not really knowing who you are and struggling to find your own identity within your parents' home, within society, and
I've read about that a few goddamn times, haven't I?
Yes, therefore it seemed fitting. So this is called Elsewhere.
Come inside me in the space where I can breathe. I believe there is a distance I wander to touch upon the years of reaching out and reaching in. Holding on, holding in. I believe this is heaven to no one else but me, and I'll defend it long.
I found her voice so soothing. I love Sarah McLachlan's voice. I found her voice so soothing. Really, really, really awesome. I mean, this over here, she's just singing the chorus over here. I'm not entirely sure about her voice just yet. I don't know if she's got another part past that.
And I'll defend it long as I can be left here to linger in silence. If I choose to, would you try to understand? Notice love is passing by.
If I choose you, would you try to understand? In terms of, okay, so if we're talking about like a society today, where she said in the beginning, where we kind of like try to, this is part of like just being a young adult, is you're going to try and negotiate your identity. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you want to do. You don't really know, you don't like, there's an essence of you, and then there's what you want to be, and then there's your past, which kind of also plays into the equation over there. And then you negotiate your identity based on how your different interactions with people, different interactions with friends, different interactions with different networks of family and things like that. You try to negotiate who you are. But the thing is that you're never going to find out who you are, who you actually are. You're never going to put your thumb on it and be like, I am this, because you are forever changing. You're forever evolving as a person, always. The way you think when you're 20 is not the way you're going to think when you're 30. It's not the way you're going to think when you're 40. It's not the way that you're going to think when you're 50. You're going to consistently and utterly change based on environmental circumstances as well. Things happen in your life that bring out things that you'd never believe that oh shit, that's me. How do I think like that? How could I act like that? Different things, when you're living in a society that is somewhat easy in terms of our society right now, which is somewhat easy, and some people will say it's difficult and whatever else. Societies have always been difficult throughout time. But if we talk about in terms of like difficult societies, we've probably got the easiest world to live in today than we've ever had in the past, ever, right? Too many conveniences, too many privileges, all of that kind of bullshit that's actually contributing to our demise, unfortunately. But what I was actually trying to say is you're not really pressed to find out who you really are in your sort of modern, sort of, let's say, Western society, right? You know how you're gonna press to find out who you really are in terms of like, and even then you won't even find out, is let's put you in a state of war, right? Let's have bombs falling on your cities. Let's concentration camps like in World War II. Do you think who you are right now is like, oh no, I'll definitely be this kind of person in that situation, when you've never experienced that in your life? No, you don't know that. You don't know how you're going to react in a situation like, let's say, the Holocaust. Will you stand up or will you sit down and just follow along? I'll tell you, the majority of people will sit down. The majority of people, 99%, and I'm putting myself in that as well, because I'm no different to any other normal person, is literally going to sit down, because people are not going to stand up for anything that is really going to cost them something. Really going to cost them something. That's really going to affect their livelihood. So people tend to think they know who they are because, they follow these trends and they follow these movements, and, it's very easy to do so, right? But follow a movement that's literally going to take fucking bread off your table. Follow a movement that's really going to throw you in fucking jail. Do you know what I mean? Find out who you really are. And the only way you're going to find out who you really are is through the hardest of times, which we don't have currently. Yeah, well, we're very quickly going to put ourselves into hard times, because weak men create hard times, and hard times create strong men, and strong men create good times, right? And then good times create weak men, and weak men create bad times, right? We are in the weak men phase, right? Where we are now facing what's coming ahead of us is bad times. Essentially, right? Because we haven't faced adversity, real adversity, at least in the Western world. We haven't faced real adversity for a couple of decades now, right? But somehow we think life's difficult. But anyway, just playing on what she's saying over there in terms of like identity and all that type of bullshit. Anyway, go on.
Passing through like liquid, I'm drunk in my desire, but I love the way you smile at me. I love the way your hands reach down and hold me near. I believe this is heaven to do as we meet, and defending all this. I can be left here to linger in silence if I choose to. Would you try to understand? Oh, the child longs for the day to break free. The more that clings like desperation. Can't you see I've got to live my life the way I feel is right for me?
She does have a very nice voice, I must be honest. It's actually quite similar to Sarah McLachlan's almost. It almost sounds in like the tonality is almost the same. cool song. Great song. I mean, I like Sarah McLachlan's music. I must be honest. I say like it's very chilled type music. Like for me, this would go into my like sort of like everyday playlist, everyday chilled playlist, and you know, play in the background. It's the kind of music that you can like sort of shuffle through. Not the kind of tracks that I would like in certain instances of my day that I would go to. Like it literally is just usually on a shuffle playlist. But there are certain tracks that are literally, it's like they are my go-to tracks. Where I want to feel pumped, I want to feel this, I want to feel that. This just goes into my general playlist that's chilled and I want to listen to. I really like her music. I think it's very soothing. So she definitely has a place on my playlist, no doubt. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.